She's acting casual, but her body language tells a different story. You're given subtle hints that a woman still has feelings for her ex. Don't be fooled by her facade. This video will equip you with the knowledge to spot the subtle clues she's dropping, uncovering the truth behind her seemingly innocent gestures. Learn how to decode the hidden signals of a woman who hasn't moved on, so you can navigate any awkward situation with confidence. The unspoken truth. Is she really over her ex? You're in a new connection, things feel good, but there's a nagging feeling. A subtle hint that maybe, just maybe, she's not entirely over her ex. It's not something she's saying directly, but you sense it. You pick up on a vibe, a flicker in her eyes, a change in conversation. These unspoken cues can be incredibly confusing, leaving you wondering if you're imagining things or if there's a deeper emotional reality at play. This video is your guide. We're going to dive deep into the subtle clues a woman might be dropping when she still has lingering feelings for a past relationship. This isn't about playing detective or accusing anyone. It's about empowering you with the knowledge to truly understand her emotional state, helping you navigate this complex situation with clarity and confidence. By understanding what her actions really mean, you can make informed decisions about your own involvement and protect your heart. Get ready to uncover the truth behind those seemingly innocent gestures and decode the hidden signals of a woman who hasn't fully moved on. The power of body language. Her unconscious tells. When it comes to hidden feelings, the body often speaks louder than words. A woman's unconscious body language can reveal a lot about her true emotional state, especially when she's trying to appear casual or over it. 1. Subtle shifts in gaze and facial microexpressions. Pay close attention to her eyes and face. When you mention her ex, or if he's suddenly in the vicinity, do her pupils subtly dilate? Does her gaze linger on him for a beat too long, even if she quickly looks away? Does a fleeting, almost imperceptible micro-smile cross her lips when his name comes up, even if she's complaining about him? These aren't just polite acknowledgments, they're unconscious reflexes. A held gaze or that brief, soft smile when you mention an ex suggests an underlying emotional charge, whether it's fondness or even lingering pain, rather than true indifference. 2. Postural lean and directional cues. Observe her posture and how she positions herself in a room. When her ex is around, or even when she's talking about him, does she unconsciously lean in slightly, even if her words are dismissive? Does her body subtly orient towards him, even if her conversation is directed at you? This unconscious leaning or orientation is a deep-seated signal of interest or emotional focus. It's a primal instinct to draw closer to what holds emotional significance, even if her conscious mind is trying to deny it. 3. Self-soothing gestures and nervous habits. Watch for signs of self-soothing or nervous energy. When her ex is mentioned or appears, does she start playing with her hair, touching her neck, adjusting her clothing, or fidgeting with jewelry? These actions often indicate an internal emotional stir. It's her body's way of releasing nervous energy or trying to comfort itself in a moment of emotional arousal, suggesting that the topic or person is having a stronger internal impact than she lets on. 4. Interpreting mixed signals. Perhaps the most confusing indicator is when her body language sends mixed signals. She might give you a warm hug, but subtly pull back quickly. She might make a playful joke about her past relationship, but her laughter sounds a little nervous or forced. She might lean into a conversation about him, but her arms are crossed over her chest. These contradictions are red flags. They suggest a conflict between what she wants to project, being over him, and what her unconscious feelings are truly revealing. Pay attention to the mismatch. It often speaks volumes. What do you think is the relationship between social media clues and digital breadcrumbs? In the digital age, social media is a goldmine for revealing hidden feelings. People often drop more clues online than they realize. 1. Subtle social media, stalking, or engagement. Does she frequently mention her ex on social media? Does she consistently like their posts, react to their stories, or even subtly comment on old photos where they appear together? This isn't always overt stalking from her end. Sometimes it's just being the first to view their stories or leaving innocent emojis. Consistent engagement. Even just passive viewing of his profile or being consistently aware of his online activity suggests a lingering emotional investment. It's a digital checking in that points to him still occupying significant mental real estate. 2. Analyzing caption choices and post themes. Pay attention to the captions she uses on her own posts, especially after a recent encounter or period of silence from her ex. A single and ready to mingle caption, while seemingly straightforward, could be a cry for attention directed at him. Or posts about moving on or new beginnings could be overcompensating. Look for themes of exaggerated independence, cryptic quotes about past relationships, or seemingly random throwback photos that might subtly include him or reference shared times. These can be direct or indirect signals meant for an audience of one, her ex. 3. Friend requests, unfollows, and mutual connections. Observe her social media friend circles. Does she send new friend requests to his family members or old friends? Or conversely, does she aggressively unfollow or block him, only to re-add him later? Pay attention to who she adds or removes from her social media, especially mutual connections. A sudden increase in engagement with people linked to her ex's circle or dramatic shifts in her friends list can indicate attempts to stay in his orbit or control the narrative around their split. It's a digital game of chess, and every move reveals something. Warning: this is the conversations to watch for. Let's start with the verbal telltales. 1. The name drop and emotional tone. How often does she mention his name, and more importantly, what's the emotional tone behind it? Does she bring him up casually, or does his name punctuate conversations more frequently than necessary? Is it with a smile, a frown, a sigh, or a nervous laugh? A truly moved-on person can mention an ex with neutrality as a factual part of their past. But if his name consistently carries an emotional charge, whether positive, nostalgia, wistfulness, or negative, anger, bitterness, it suggests unresolved feelings. Pay particular attention if she's constantly bringing him up when he's not relevant to the conversation at hand. 2. Comparing you to her ex. This is a painful one for any new partner, but a crucial sign. Listen for subtle or overt comparisons between you and her ex. Does she say things like, "He used to take me to this restaurant. He was really good at this," or "I wish he was here to help with that"? These comparisons aren't always negative towards you. Sometimes they highlight his positive traits or achievements. Regardless, it indicates she's still evaluating current experiences through the lens of her past relationship, and that her ex still serves as a reference point for her expectations or desires. 3. Bringing up the past with nostalgia. Listen for conversations that frequently drift into the past, especially nostalgic ones about their relationship or moments they shared. Does she reminisce about specific dates, vacations, inside jokes, or how things used to be with him? While remembering past experiences is normal, a consistent pattern of romanticizing or longing for moments from their shared history suggests that the emotional attachment to that time and person hasn't fully faded. It's a sign that she's mentally replaying the good old days rather than fully investing in the present. Let's talk about the importance of context and what to do next. Spotting these signs isn't a definitive diagnosis, it's a call for deeper understanding. The context around these behaviors is vital. 1. Time since the breakup. The length of time since the breakup plays a huge role. If it was a very recent split, lingering emotional ties are almost inevitable. Healing takes time. The newer the breakup, the more patience and understanding might be required. Conversely, if it's been years and these signs are still present, it indicates a deeper, more persistent, unresolved issue. 2. The reason for the breakup. The nature of the breakup matters. Was it a mutual decision, a messy and dramatic split, or did one person deeply hurt the other? Messy breakups, especially those involving betrayal or intense pain, can leave deeper, longer-lasting emotional scars that manifest in these signs. Sometimes, not being over him isn't about wanting him back, but about still processing trauma or unforgiveness. 3. Her personality and attachment style. Consider her individual personality and attachment style. Some people are naturally more emotional, express their feelings openly, and process breakups differently. Others might be more reserved. A naturally nostalgic person might reminisce more generally, but if it's always focused on him, that's the key. Understanding her general emotional landscape can help you differentiate between a personality trait and a specific lingering attachment. What to do next? Navigating with care and confidence. So, you've identified some of these subtle signs. What's the best way to navigate this sensitive situation? 1. Avoid pushing or making her uncomfortable. If you notice these signs, your first impulse might be to confront her or push for answers. Resist this urge. If she's not ready to talk about her feelings, forcing it will only make her shut down, become defensive, or pull away further. This isn't about accusation. It's about observation. Pushing her will only create more friction, not clarity. 2. Be supportive and understanding, without enabling. Let her know you're there for her and that you care about her well-being. Offer a safe space for her to be honest, but be discerning. Being supportive doesn't mean becoming her therapist or her emotional crutch. Listen actively if she chooses to open up. Validate her feelings. That sounds really tough, but avoid trying to fix her emotions regarding her ex. Your role is to be a supportive partner, not a savior. 3. Respect her boundaries and set your own. If she doesn't want to discuss the ex, respect her decision and don't press. However, remember that respecting her boundaries doesn't mean you abandon your own. If her lingering feelings or behaviors start to impact your emotional well-being or the health of your potential relationship, you need to gently but firmly communicate your needs. For example, I care about you and I want to support you, but it's hard for me when we constantly talk about your past relationship. Can we focus on us? It's a balance of empathy for her journey and self-respect for your own. 4. Observe her actions, not just her words. Finally, watch what she does, not just what she says. Words can be facades, but consistent actions, especially the subtle ones we've discussed, reveal deeper truths. If the pattern of lingering attachment persists and deeply impacts the potential for a healthy, fully present relationship with you, you may need to reconsider your involvement. You deserve a partner who is genuinely ready and emotionally available for you. Conclusion and clarity for your future. Spotting these hidden feelings isn't about being cynical or distrustful. It's about being discerning and protecting your own heart. Understanding these subtle body language cues, social media tells, and conversational patterns gives you the power to see beyond the surface. When you can decode these signals, you gain clarity. This clarity allows you to approach sensitive situations with confidence, offering support where appropriate, but also knowing when to protect your own emotional energy. It empowers you to make informed decisions about your relationships, ensuring you invest your time and emotions wisely. If this video has shed light on patterns you've been noticing, if it's given you the clarity you need to navigate these complex situations, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Share this with someone who needs to understand these subtle signals. Your journey to a truly present and fulfilling relationship starts with seeing the unspoken truth.